It doesn't help that he doesn't have a mind to be in with, and that he's out of the mind he doesn't have.
Insiders say the Ginger Prince isn't just clutching pearls anymore. He's clutching court papers. That's right, whispers around town say Harry the Litigious is threatening to sue none other than Lady C herself, and Tom Bower too, because if you're going down, might as well take your fellow truth-slingers with you, right? The vibe? Frantic, petty, and very on brand. And the evidence just keeps adding up. Unhinged PR leaks, Botswana hideouts, spiritual cleanses, and one very weepy Duchess doing the absolute most to spin her own Lifetime movie of a meltdown. But it's not airing on Netflix, babes. This one's streaming live and unscripted. Remember the good old days when Meghan was the glowing Duchess in Givenchy, gracing the steps of St. George's Chapel like she was born to wear a tiara, even if Buckingham thought otherwise? And Harry, the reformed bad boy turned woke warrior? Sussex squad assemble. They were the breath of fresh air the firm didn't ask for, and the world couldn't stop watching. Until we blinked.
Harry is so addicted to substances, he is completely delusional, and it is futile to think he can be reunited with his father.
Then came the crunchy granola California era, kombucha and chaos. One moment, they're feeding chickens in Montecito, the next, dropping grenades on Oprah's lawn. Behind the scenes, tension, a lot of it. Whispers say Meg's obsession with fame never really cooled, and Harry's been chain-chewing turmeric gummies just to keep calm. Friends of the couple, former friends, have hinted that Harry's spiritual journey wasn't exactly voluntary. Apparently, it's what happens when your wife tells you to manifest serenity, or else. And let's not forget, Charlotte Griffiths drops their PR spin like it's a TikTok trend. But the real clue? The Sussexes' calendar requests. They wanted the palace to coordinate events with them, to avoid being upstaged, or to upstage. You tell me.
Harry and Meghan's marriage is in big trouble. Yes, she reeled him back in when she needed him performing like a performing seal.
Let's talk receipts. Spotify? Gone. Netflix? Hanging by a Hollywood thread. Archetypes? More like archy flops. Every attempt at a media empire has turned into a podcast graveyard or a PR boomerang. The Dior deal that never happened, the Ellen appearance that aged like warm milk, that weird animated show about feminist ducks or whatever, canceled before the storyboard ink dried. They pitched themselves as the Obamas 2.0. Instead, they're stuck in influencer limbo, half-pitching almond milk while pretending to save democracy.
10 tears left eye and a few on the right as well. Curled up in a ball. You'd have to have a heart of stone and not to be moved by the performance.
But what do fame addicts do when the spotlight dims? Pivot, rebrand, cling. Insiders say Meghan's been sniffing around Tinseltown's billionaire circles again. A certain tech titan with a yacht and no filter is rumored to have received a friendly call. And Harry? Back in Botswana, cleansing his spirit while dodging Meghan's FaceTimes. Strategic? Absolutely. Desperate? Honey, we've stopped counting. There's even talk of Meghan's sweet-talking old Soho House connections, the same one she ghosted once she got her title. Isn't it just delicious? And now, the public's turning. Fast. Memes about Spotify Meghan are doing numbers. TikToks of Harry looking like a hostage in a chicken coop? Viral. And the headlines are no longer flattering or forgiving. Even her allies? Crickets. Oprah's not calling. Serena's sipping quietly. Amal's nowhere in sight. You know it's bad when George Clooney ghosted you. Harry's attempts to sue journalists? Just fuel for the fire. As one commentator put it, if you can't win in public opinion, try suing reality. Ouch. Let's get real for a second. Montecito ain't cheap, and neither is a 24/7 PR team, a security detail that rivals the president's, and designer candle budgets that would bankrupt a mid-tier startup. The Netflix deal? Drying up. Spotify's gone. And those brand deals? Turning into content collaborations with wellness powders. And you just know Meghan does not do powdered anything, unless it comes with a glam squad and a Vogue shoot. But the cost of keeping up the charade? It's adding up, and someone's credit cards. Whispers from Montecito to Manhattan say Meghan's in full panic mode, and the proof? She's allegedly begging for a seat at The View. And when I say begging, I mean clutching the hem of Whoopi Goldberg's metaphorical skirt and praying for a segment on Hot Topics. The desperation is no longer whispered. It's screaming through glossy email campaigns and failed rosé restocks.
Please make the desperate, delusional PR push end.
By mid-2023, things were already wobbling. I was among the first to say it. Netflix wanted out. And sure enough, the warning signs started blinking like a paparazzi camera outside Nobu, Malibu. Insiders, credible ones like Rob Shooter, said Meghan was hustling for new gigs, pitching docuseries, lifestyle shows, daytime talk, and even The View. The verdict from Hollywood? Raised eyebrows. Because when you're floating talk show appearances next to Whoopi while your husband is focused on fatherhood and charity work, it's clear. You're not in the power couple lane anymore. You're in the scramble for relevance.
They had one success with Netflix and a bunch of flops. As ever is a joke, and there is no strategy to be seen anywhere.
Let's talk receipts. After that reality show splash, nothing Meghan touched hit big. Pearl got scrapped, Heart of Invictus, 500,000 global viewers. Her lifestyle series, With Love Meghan, ranked 383rd in Netflix's What We Watched list. That's just barely making the top 5%, and only because most Netflix content has the shelf life of a fruit fly. The relaunch of As Ever, an email blast with pseudo-intellectual ramblings, generic affirmations, and wine. One user nailed it. You can't build a brand when you never offer the same product twice. And while the Daily Mail pushes this fantasy of a new gold mine, we know better. The Obamas had a similar soft landing, a first-look deal after their partnership fizzled. That's not triumph. That's damage control with soft lighting.
Netflix got the reality show. There has been no hit since then. None of the deals that Meghan claimed were on the slate were ever announced.
So what's next for the Duchess of Desperation? Apparently, talk shows, rosé, and maybe Thanksgiving-themed lifestyle specials. Multiple sources say a new first-look deal is coming, not a continuation of the original mega deal, but a gentler, face-saving handshake from Ted Sarandos, who remains a huge fan. The question is, fan of what exactly? Even As Ever, which she's relaunching like a pop star clinging to her sophomore album, is reportedly not a Netflix priority. And yet, the spin continues that Meghan's wine brand is the it drink of the summer. Girl, please. The memes are drinking it more than the public is. Let's talk public image, or lack thereof. Royal News Network called it, "Please make the desperate, delusional PR push end." That's the vibe now. People aren't clapping, they're cringing. Remember the Spotify breakup and the infamous grifters tag? That wasn't a slip, it was a siren. And now the Netflix PR machine is cranking out bizarre spin like Meghan's new gold mine. Honestly, the propaganda is so thick, you'd think someone in Montecito is hand-feeding lines to the tabloids. And yet, former allies stay quiet. The Daily Mail is now pushing PR. Meanwhile, no one in the top-tier royal reporting game wants to touch this. That silence? Screaming. Now let's get fiscal. Running Archwell reportedly costs $3 million a year. That's just the team, not the security, not the upkeep on the Montecito mansion, and definitely not the cost of botched brand launches. The rosé business, all over the place. The timeline's inconsistent, you couldn't buy the 2023 bottle anymore, and suddenly, boom, the 2024 blend is your new favorite accessory for alfresco lunches. Yes, really, that's a quote. But when your brand's entire strategy hinges on a seasonal wine drop that you can't consistently deliver, it's not lifestyle luxury, it's liquid panic. Tanya Jenkins? It was during his breakup with Chelsea Davy. Yes, that Chelsea. Tanya has always been his Southern African mom, a woman he seeks out when he's standing at a life crossroads. Back then, it was about ending a relationship. And now? Well, all signs suggest this visit follows the same emotional blueprint. Same woman, same retreat, same energy. What the hell do I do now?
He's missing out on things that he can't have with Meghan in tow. And so he has to make some decisions outside of this relationship with Meghan.
Behind the shiny portraits and curated photo drops, the reality is crackling like a broken tiara. This wasn't a spontaneous safari, it was calculated. Sources say he didn't even speak to Meghan or the kids for 3 full days. No calls, no check-ins, just silence and a lot of thinking.
There should be no way back into the royal fold whatsoever, because that would bring down the monarchy, I think, because there are a lot of people who are very opposed to it that will not tolerate this couple anywhere near the monarchy.
And who wasn't consulted? Doria, which says a lot. This wasn't a family meeting, it was personal. It had to be someone he's known longer, someone he respects. Tanya fits the bill. And that, my dear listener, is what makes this so telling. He didn't bring Meghan, he didn't bring the kids. This wasn't a family retreat, it was an exit strategy consultation.
Where's your future? Where are you going? Where's your family? You literally have no future. You have no prospects for really earning money.
And it doesn't help that Harry is, let's just say it, losing on every front. He's trying to make independent decisions, sure, but he's also never had to do that before. The royal family used to make choices for him. Now he's in Montecito, solo, figuring it out with a woman many are saying is bringing him down. And there's that lingering devastation that even after all the drama, the interviews, the memoir, King Charles is still refusing to meet him in September. That's not just a snub, that's a crown-sized slap in the face. Meanwhile, there's talk of grid sharing his diary, but he's not even sharing it with William directly. It's being handed off like a cursed scroll, from Harry to the King's aides to maybe William? The whole thing screams dysfunction. This is not the confident man of Spare. This is someone backpedaling through protocol, hoping someone throws him a rope. Let's zoom in on Tanya Jenkins. This isn't a casual connection. Tanya's the woman Harry seeks out at his lowest, just like during the Chelsea fallout. And this new visit? The transcript couldn't be clearer. He needed clarity. He needed guidance. He didn't ask Meghan. He didn't ask his team. He went straight to the one person who's seen him before the royal exit, before the Netflix deals, before the drama. He's trying to recalibrate, alone. And it's not lost on anyone that this clarity retreat involved no wife, no kids, no phones, and possibly no return ticket to the same old dynamic. The perception game? Oh, it's unraveling. People are noticing. They're noticing how Harry keeps playing ball with the palace, but from outside the gate. This latest diary drama, he's saying, look, I'll stop being a bugger, but it's giving too little, too late. Charlotte Griffith even walked back her original report, now saying he's not directly communicating with William, but going through palace aides. And let's be real, if you can't call your brother directly, That's not reconciliation. That's royal bureaucracy in a tuxedo. And Meghan? People are watching her every move, like how she conveniently releases photos of Lilibet right after Kate does a charity appearance. The timing isn't subtle. So now, whispers say, a split is brewing. Not a relationship one, a brand divorce. Rumors swirl that Sydney's team is considering backing out of future campaigns, quietly fading into more editorial-focused lanes. Some say she's reevaluating her partnerships. Others claim she's been distant from AE since the backlash hit.